Hello everyone, welcome back to Alex and Darcy Real English. I'm Alex.
And I'm Darcy. Hi friends. We are so happy you are here today.
How are you doing today, Darcy?
I'm great, Alex. I woke up early. I made pasta for breakfast.
Pasta for breakfast. That's very Darcy.
What can I say? I love pasta. What about you, Alex?
I'm good. It's a nice morning here. Buddy is being very energetic today. He ran around the yard for 30 minutes.
Buddy is so full of energy. Mochi is the opposite. She is just being a cat, sleeping as always.
Cats are very good at that. So peaceful.
I know. I'm a little jealous, honestly.
Okay, everyone, welcome to today's episode. We are so glad you are here.
And if you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us.
Just press the subscribe button. It takes 1 second. Thank you so much.
And leave us a comment below. Tell us, where are you from? We love reading your messages.
Darcy, before we start, I have a question for you.
Of course, ask me anything.
Have you ever been confused by the words be, been, and being?
Oh yes, when I was learning grammar, I was so confused. They all look similar.
Exactly, and many of our listeners feel the same way. So today, we fix that.
Yes, we are going to explain everything, step by step, very slowly, don't worry.
It sounds complicated, but it is actually simple. We promise.
We really do. Let's start.
So today's topic is the verb to be, specifically 3 important forms.
The 3 forms are be, been, and being.
They all come from the same verb, to be, but we use them differently.
Be is the base form. Been is the past participle. Being is the ing form.
Today, we will look at each one. We will use real examples from daily life.
Because that is how you really learn English, with real sentences, not just rules.
Exactly. Are you ready, Darcy?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's start with be, the most basic form.
Be is the infinitive. We say to be. It is the root of everything.
We use be after modal verbs, words like can, will, should, must, would.
For example, I want to be a good English speaker. Very common.
Or, she will be here soon. Future, simple.
Or you should be careful. An advice.
Here's a good one. Can you be quiet, please? I say this to Buddy sometimes.
And does he listen?
Sometimes. Not always. He's a dog.
So, we use be after will, can, should, must, would, might, may.
Also after to. I want to be happy. She hopes to be ready.
Be is the base form. No s, no ed, no ing. Just be.
So, I will be. She can be. They should be. Simple pattern.
So, to review, we use be after modal verbs and after to. That's it.
Now, let's talk about the present forms of be. Am, is, and are.
Oh yes, these are very important. We use them every day.
Am is for I, is for he, she, it. Are is for you, we, they.
For example, I am a student. She is from Canada. They are happy.
And in questions, are you okay? Is she here? Am I late?
Also in negatives, I am not tired. He is not ready. We are not late.
Short forms are very common too. I'm, she's, there.
I'm hungry. He's tired. We are learning English. Yes, that one is perfect.
It really is. Darcy, tell me something about Mochi. Use is.
Sure. Mochi is my cat. She is very lazy. She is sleeping right now. She is the best.
Beautiful. And tell me something about you and me. Use are.
We are teachers and students. We are talking right now. We are having fun.
Perfect. So am for I, is for he, she, it. Are for you, we, they.
These are the present tense forms of the verb to be. Use them every day.
Now, let's go to the past. Was and were.
Was is for I, he, she, it. Were is for you, we, they.
For example, I was tired yesterday. She was at school.
We were at the park last Sunday. They were very happy.
And questions. Were you home last night? Was he at work?
Negatives. I was not ready. They were not there.
Darcy, what were you doing this morning? Use was.
Sure. I was in my kitchen. Mochi was next to me. The coffee was hot. It was a nice morning.
Great. I was outside with Buddy. The weather was cold but sunny. It was beautiful.
See, was and were are very natural. We use them all the time.
So was for I, he, she, it in the past. Were for you, we, they in the past.
Simple, right? The pattern is the same as present, just past tense now.
Okay, now been. This is very important.
Been is the past participle of be. We always use it with have or has.
I have been to Canada. She has been here before.
Have been for I, you, we, they. Has been for he, she, it.
So I have been busy all week. He has been sick.
Have you ever been to a big city? Yes, I have been to New York.
Been tells us about an experience, something that happened in your life.
Or something that started before and continues now. Very useful.
Darcy, have you been to Canada?
No, I haven't been to Canada yet, but I really want to go.
You should come. It's beautiful. I have been living here all my life.
Have you been to the USA, Alex?
Yes, I have been to New York and California. Both amazing places.
See? Been with have or has, always together, never alone.
I have been. She has been. They have been. All correct.
So been equals past participle. Always use it with have or has. Remember that.
Now the last one. Being. The ing form of be.
Being is a little special. We use it in two main ways.
First, with is, am, are, was, were, to show an action in progress.
For example, he is being funny right now. It means at this moment he is acting funny.
Or she was being very kind yesterday. She was acting kind.
You are being so helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. So being describes behavior at a specific moment.
Second, being is used in passive sentences. More advanced, but let's try.
The cake is being made. Somebody is making it right now.
English is being spoken in many countries. Many people speak it.
Don't worry too much about passive now. Focus on the first use.
Yes, you are being funny. He is being silly. She is being kind.
These are very natural sentences. We say them all the time.
Alex, you are being very clear today. Is that right?
Thank you. I'm trying to be. See? To be and being in one sentence.
Perfect example. So being equals ing form. Use with is, am, are, was, were.
Okay, let's compare. This is the part people confuse most.
Been and being look similar, but they are very different.
Been, always with have or has. It talks about experience or duration.
Being with is, am, are, was, were. It talks about behavior right now.
Let me give examples. She has been sick for 3 days. She was sick and maybe still is.
She is being difficult today. At this moment, she is acting difficult.
I have been to Japan. An experience in my life.
I am being careful. Right now, I'm acting carefully.
Darcy, give me a sentence with been and one with being.
Okay, Mochi has been sleeping all morning. That's been. Past experience continuing now.
Good. And being?
Mochi is being lazy today. She is acting lazy right now.
Perfect. Same cat, 2 different sentences, 2 different forms.
See? Once you understand the pattern, it's actually simple.
So been equals have has been. Being equals is, am, are, being. Clear difference. Now, let's put it all together. Real sentences from real life.
I'll say some sentences. You listen and notice the form. Ready?
Ready. I want to be a better English speaker.
That's be after to.
She is happy today. That's is, present form of be.
They were at the coffee shop this morning. That's were, past form.
I have been learning English for 2 years. That's been, with have.
He is being very helpful right now. That's being, action in progress.
5 sentences, 5 different forms, all from the verb to be.
And they are all very normal. You will hear them every day in English.
In songs, in movies, in conversations with friends.
Buddy, are you being a good boy today? Even that sentence has 2 forms.
He really is being very good today, actually. He has been so calm.
See? He is being good, and he has been calm. Both natural.
Excellent summary, Darcy. The verb to be is everywhere. Now you can use it. Okay, let's talk about common mistakes. Things many learners say wrong.
Oh yes, this is very helpful. Let's fix them together.
Mistake number 1. I been eating. Wrong. Always say have been. I have been eating.
Never use been alone. Always have been or has been. Never just been.
Mistake number 2. She is be happy. Wrong. Don't put 2 forms together.
Say she is happy or she will be happy. not both at the same time.
Mistake number 3. He being funny. Missing is. We need is being.
He is being funny. Always include is, am, or are before being.
Mistake number 4. She has being sick. Wrong. With have or has always been.
She has been sick, not being. Remember, has plus been, not has plus being.
And she is been quiet. Wrong too. With is, am, are, use being.
She is being quiet. Perfect. So the rule is clear. Have, has been. Is, am, are, being.
These are the most common mistakes. Now you know how to avoid them.
Practice these patterns and they will become automatic. I promise.
Okay, everyone. Now it's your turn. Let's practice together.
We will ask you some questions. Think of your answers. Say them out loud.
Question 1. Use be. Finish this sentence. I want to be. What do you want to be?
Maybe I want to be a doctor, or I want to be fluent in English. Say it.
Question 2. Use is or are. Tell us something about your day. I am right now.
For example, I am at home. I am studying. I am happy today.
Question 3. Use was or were. Tell us something from yesterday. Yesterday I was.
Maybe I was tired. I was at work. I was with my family.
Question 4. Use have been. I have been. Tell us about an experience in your life.
Like, I have been to London, or I have been learning English for a year.
Question 5. Use is being or are being. Describe someone right now.
My friend is being funny today. My teacher is being very patient. Try it.
5 questions, 5 forms. You can do this. Pause and practice right now.
There are no wrong answers. This is your practice time. Be brave.
Okay, now let's review our key phrases. I will say them slowly.
Please repeat after us. Say each phrase out loud. Ready?
Phrase 1. I want to be a good English speaker.
Slowly. I want to be a good English speaker. Say it with us.
Phrase 2. I am learning English right now.
I am learning English right now. Good.
Phrase 3. She was very tired yesterday.
She was very tired yesterday. Past tense, simple.
Phrase 4. I have been studying English for a long time.
I have been studying English for a long time. Beautiful.
Phrase 5. He is being very kind today.
He is being very kind today. Action right now.
Phrase 6. Have you ever been to another country?
Have you ever been to another country? Great question for conversation.
Phrase 7. You are being so helpful.
You are being so helpful. A nice thing to say to someone.
7 key phrases. All use forms of the verb to be. All very natural.
Write them down. Practice them today. Use them this week.
Okay, everyone, we are almost at the end. Let's do a quick summary.
Today we learned about the verb to be and its different forms.
First, be, the base form. We use it after modal verbs and after to.
Second, am, is, are, the present forms. Use them for right now.
Third, was and were, the past forms. Use them for the past.
Fourth, then, the past participle, always with have or has.
Fifth, being, the ing form, with is, am, are, was, were.
And we talked about the big difference, then versus being.
Being equals have or has plus been, experience or duration. Being equals is, am, are plus being, behavior now.
These forms are everywhere in English, in every conversation, every day.
Start noticing them in songs, in movies, when people talk.
And try to use one form today, just one sentence. That is enough to start.
Small steps, every day. That is how you learn a language.
And remember, you are already doing great. You listened to this whole episode.
That means you have been practicing your English today. Be proud of that.
We are proud of you, every single one of you.
Now, our question for you. Leave a comment below.
Write one sentence using be, been, or being. Any sentence. Show us.
For example, I have been learning English for 6 months, or I am being brave today.
We read every comment. We will reply to you. We love hearing from you. Thank you so much for listening. This was a wonderful episode. It really was. Alex, it's always so fun talking with you.
Same for me, Darcy.
Okay, everyone. Take care. Be kind to yourself. Keep practicing. Keep going. You've got this. Goodbye, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye. And give Buddy a big hug from me and Mochi. I will. He will love that. Bye.